YouTube, what the crap's going on? Welcome back to Patchy's Eastern Sylvania. What's different than normal Eastern Sylvania? Well, what's different is that normally Eastern Sylvania has a good commander, but with Patchy in charge, you never know what's going to happen. So let's go ahead and kind of remember where we left off. Looks like Scaling has a big army here. So does Varg. They're neutral to me now. I've just taken over this province, though it's probably about to rebel again, or maybe it didn't rebel quite yet. I don't really remember. Raise the Dead has been somewhat sketchy for me so far. Someone was saying that typically your army has to get eaten up a lot before you get a Raise the Dead. If that's the case, that kind of stinks, because then what happens if my army does get eaten up and I don't get a good Raise the Dead? That'd be kind of scary. I've still got a few turns until this new army is ready to go down here, and it does have a new Vargulf in it, and I think that someone in the last stream I had done had requested that we name him Scooby. So there we go. I got our Vargulf named Scooby. And let's see, with these guys here, let's call these guys Pretty Bird. That's ridiculous. Let's see what else we can come up here. Let's see. How about this? Unwashed buttocks. There we go. That's a good name for the Vargeist, because that's, you know, one of their key characteristics, and I guess that also applies to the Cryptors. But let's get. I've got so much stuff to spend money on, and I'm approaching it from far too haphazard of a standpoint, and we probably need to look at. So Eastern Sylvania is netting us some pretty serious cashola at this point, which is nice. I did turn on a mod that lets me do tier 4 minor settlements, and that was just to be something fun. I kind of like it. I've played some stuff for fun with it, and I enjoy being able to build up the smaller settlements to tier 4 because it lets you diversify the way you build a little bit more. So again, I find it fun, so that's why I did it. It's not like a huge difference, but just something that helps me take a little more enjoyment from the game. So we got this vampire group, 15,000. We got to have a better settlement. Wolfenburg's got a vampire crypt. The vampire crypts are going to help me settle public order in a lot of these provinces much better than it would otherwise be possible. But you do have to get all the way up to a level 4 settlement before we can even build the vampire crypts. I think it would be worth it to just build this for the time being, and probably to upgrade to the gallows here, or let's upgrade the to the ossuary. It's going to give us the most growth bonus. Let's take a look at Volksgrad real quick. It's kind of in the same boat. So it's expensive, but let's make those upgrades. And then I'm thinking, again, for now, let's put one of these Balefires here, or Balefires, sorry, so that we can just get a little bit of extra vampiric corruption in these provinces that can't get a hold of like a proper vampire crypt. So I'm trying to remember. So we got this Waldemar von Karstein up there. And we've got Manfred von Karstein here. Manfred could easily strike back against the Bretonnians as soon as he gets his movement points back, so that ought to be nice. Let's go ahead and end a turn. I'm keeping an eye out for Karl Franz, who looks like he is now headed back to the main Empire lands. I've got a ton of agents down here trying to corrupt, but it's actually very slow because of the presence of Karl and some other agents that are obviously having counter effects on the vampiric corruption. I have to say that I really enjoy the campaigns in Total War Warhammer. I mean, they're not perfect. There's a few things that, like I said, that I like the mods for, but I think the kind of cool thing about the campaign in Total War Warhammer is that each faction is unique enough that it gives you a reason to play them. And then with the mods that are available, I'm so glad they did mod support. With the mods that are available, it makes it that much more unique in the sense that you could play a standard campaign and they're fun, but you can also throw these mods in and it kind of like customizes the game to the way that you like it. And there's a ton of really good ones, some that add units, some that add factions, some that, you know, just do little stuff, like with mine, where you can have a tier 4 settlement and the minor province, stuff like that. Like, there's just a ton of stuff to me that makes it very fun, and that's something that's been around, obviously, in Total War, Rome 2, and Attila, but it just seems like the launch of this campaign was solid enough that it was not all that difficult for a few mods to come in and for me, just make it a whole heck of a lot of fun. And some people, obviously this isn't their favorite Total War title because it's not a historical title, and I get that. Setting is a big deal for Total War, but what I'm excited about is some of the things that they've added to this game. I really, really hope that some of the mechanics and things they've added can be kind of tweaked and brought into, like, can you imagine a medieval Total War with stuff like the banners and, yeah, you don't have magic in medieval, but maybe it brings in some cool abilities, or quest battles, you know, that could be based on real historical battles. Like, I mean, there could be some really fun stuff in my mind that could be added to a game like a medieval setting, or any setting for that matter, honestly. In some ways, Warhammer made something simpler, like city building is simpler, and a few of the other things in the game are more quote-unquote streamlined and stuff like that. And I think for this title it fits and is kind of interesting, but I'm sure that it doesn't necessarily define how they have to take care of future titles, if that makes any sense. But I don't know, I'm excited to see what they're doing, and then obviously I love this game. I'm definitely not sick of it, but I mean, there's nothing wrong with me maybe getting a little bit pre-excited for whatever the next Total War title is. I don't know when we'll actually find that out, but because of what they did with this, taking things in a new direction and having a fairly solid launch, again, it wasn't perfect, but a fairly solid launch, just gives me good hope for the next Total War title. Hopefully they do a lot of good work with it. Let's see. I'm going to save some of this money so that I can be ready to build some expensive buildings. I got Manfred besieging a Bretonnian settlement. I don't know why it won't let me just make ladders, but apparently that's not an option, because I could easily overtake them if I just had some ladders or something. Let's see if Bretonnia musters up another army after having defeated their king. I would think that would leave them at least a little bit reeling for, you know, some period of time. Hopefully that agent didn't succeed at damaging my units, but they very well could have. That would be annoying. Alright. Raiding in Stirland. Assault units was a success. But that assault units was a failure, and that was the one I was concerned about. So that's good. So the dwarf came in and did some nuisance, but I don't think that... it was over here, yeah, where the dwarf's being a nuisance. But it's within my own land, so... wow, he did a pretty fair amount of damage. That Thane is crazy high rank. Someone was asking why I don't just assassinate him, and it's because I literally can't. Like, I can't even try to assassinate him with my units. Because he's so high level and my agents are not, because of me mismanaging my agents early in the campaign. So it makes a big difference in what you're able to do or not do later on in the campaign when the AI has very high level agents. And they will. Believe me, they will. Dadgummit, still have to wait here. Waiting is the hardest part. What's this Varg army doing? I'm like half tempted to turn around and kill them. Gotta stay focused, though. Hey, we're actually turning positive public order up here, and we're doing the same in Norden, so that's great. I'm thinking about just building defenses up here because it's gonna be such a dangerous place to hold. I'm gonna go ahead and upgrade Ehrengrad. I want to get all the way to level 5, obviously, so that I can unlock the Ehrengrad port here, which is an absurd amount of income. It's absolutely awesome, and I want it. Let's see, let's go ahead and just put, you know, a corpse pile in there for now. I don't know if I need to upgrade my trade buildings because I don't know if anybody's trading with me still. I guess I could take a look at my trade forecast rather than just wondering. There's a solution. Where's my treasury? Yeah, there's no trade. So upgrading, I mean, if that building gives me a little extra income, then it's fine. But no one wants anything to do with the vampires, and I don't understand why. I mean, they're just a generous, blood-sucking race that looks to drag every living being into the state of undead slavery that they're in, and I don't really understand why the other factions mistreat me so much for that. It's really not fair, and I think we're going to have to petition the old world government to get recognition for vampires, you know, for equal treatment and stuff like that. No, I'm just kidding. Trying to get over dramatic here with the vampire hate. I don't care if they hate me. We're gonna come get them. If they don't want to be my food, then I'll make them my food. Works for me. Scaling and Varg, though, it's actually kind of good that we made peace with them because they're keeping the Empire pretty busy. I mean, because honestly, with only 2 armies and a 3rd one on the way, I mean, Bretonnia and the Empire, along with Dwarves and other people, could easily overwhelm me if they got the opportunity. So it would be a risky situation. I'm still getting Cairn Wraiths here. It's going to be really hard to siege Karak Kadrin while these agents are busy just absolutely pooing on my army. Vampire counts. I wonder if anybody... 3, 7... I mean, like, 7's like the best rank I have. Do I have a Banshee anywhere? Level 12 Banshee? How likely would they be to assassinate Mr. Dwarf? Very unlikely, but you know what? We're gonna try it because we can. I don't think any other character can even attempt it. What are you doing up here? Apparently I had a mission, and I should probably check in on it. Raise or sack Nuln. Okay. This Banshee should probably... Oh, maybe I had them up here trying to ward off some enemy armies at the time. Yeah, I mean, this Banshee doesn't need to be up there. Let's bring it back around over here to support where we have a bunch of enemy agents, and we need to raise or sack Nuln, which is not too far away from us. Once this army here is ready, which it is pretty much, we just need one more unit. What can we either raise the dead for? No, nothing good. Skeleton Spear. I'm trying to see what we can get in one turn, because I'd like to move out in one turn, but it looks like we wanted a black coach, too, because some people wanted to see me use the black coach. But it takes 3 turns. I don't want to wait for 3 turns. Whatever. Let's just raise the Skeleton Spearman, as disappointing as it is, and take this army, and let's start making way to, first of all, clear out these moochers who are raiding in my territory, which I very much disapprove of, and we'll see if we can push those goons out. Oh, let's take a look at some of my provinces that may need the most help. So we're still waiting on growth here. We're upgrading to the ossuary there. Got that balefire thing there. Probably wouldn't hurt to just go ahead and put a defense in here so that we don't lose these provinces. And how much different? It's only 50 income difference. And we're already upgrading Erengrad towards the accursed city, so that's good. So we can probably go ahead and make that upgrade to the Shady Township. Shady because of all of its drug deals, no doubt. The vampires, you know, they're totally into that undead, illicit drugs. So let's see. Don't do drugs, kids. I'm just joking, of course. Let's see. I think we're good. Let's... Oh wait, I think we can attack with von Karstein here.
Kill them. Raise them.
Yes, we can. Yes, we can. Alright, so we're going to give these Bretonnians a right proper stomping here. With 2 Terrorgeist and a couple of Vargeist, I really don't think this is going to be that difficult. Especially with a flying von Karstein and a Vampirus. Let's go ahead and fight this battle. This will be pretty fun. At least I think it will. well, I mean, as fun as the sieges can be on this game, the sieges in this game were a little disappointing. Like, the maps look so spectacular. The performance on those maps is horrible, whereas the performance in the rest of the game is pretty solid. And then the yeah, I mean, just look how beautiful that is. I mean, you could have done like some cool stuff where maybe the first level of the siege is breaking into this part of the city, and then maybe like a turn later or something you have to try and break into another part of it. Like, I mean, I don't know. There could just be so much cool stuff. I mean, look at the maps back here. It's absolutely awesome. Just look at all this, and you don't get to touch it. It's kind of frustrating. It could be really cool. So, I mean, again, I get it. They were trying to make things simple, but they made enough things simple in this game, I think. They don't need to take it any further than it already has been, at least in my opinion. Let's see. Let's get our remaining grave guard in behind these towers. Cairn Wraiths. I want my Cryptors back here. Terrorgeist. Basically, no, Cryptors, please, over here. Let's get my Terrorgeist over here. Get Von Karstein and Katarina. So we got all of our mean flying units, except for we got even more Vargeist. So we've got a pretty nasty flying contingent here. Very nasty. I don't think you can actually hide on one of these maps, but we'll put, actually let's put them over here because the towers over here will be focused on that blob and it should keep these guys safe. And we got our White King. Okay, let's start the deployment. Let's remind myself, do I have Wind of Death? Oh, I hope I have Wind of Death. I would be so happy. Soul Blight. Yes! Yes, we do. Costs 15 mana. Wow, I mean, it is a very powerful spell, though. Alright, let's get started. You better believe we're going to be using some Wind of Death here. I'm going to send my towers forward. Our towers might not make it to the walls unless we get up here and give some support, because, I mean, the tower damage, or the damage that the enemy towers dish out to you, I should say, is pretty extreme. I'm going to start sending different units in here. Just going to get all these flying units in here. Let's get Katarina in here as well. So I'm going to send in all my flying units and try and do some pretty significant damage. Oh yeah, we got these archers already wavering. What the heck? Way to charge, Katarina. She like landed on the ground, went through the... Oh, look at this. The whole enemy army is wavering. Broken. Look at that. We just broke the whole enemy army with like the big ball of nasties that we flew in there. That's hilarious. I mean, don't get me wrong. If I were a Bretonnian soldier in this position, I'm pretty sure that I would be fleeing while wetting my pants as well. I mean, what the vampires have here is so beyond the capabilities of yeah, what they can actually fight here. Let's get all my my nice flying units to... Look at that, the Bretonnia general's basically going to just rout off the map. It's because of the balance bar just being too extreme, so that charge with the balance bar... Oh boy, that's ugly. That's ugly. That's just not nice. I say that, it's pretty nice for my creatures. They were hungry for man flesh, and now they'll be well satiated. That is just absolutely gruesome. There's no other way to put that. But hey, that's good. I like it. I don't know how long these Knights of the Realm are going to hold up morale-wise. Let's watch what happens to him. What is this? Yeah, this is the Knights of the Realm. Just, oh man. This is definitely not what you want to see flying towards you as a Bretonnian. Or as anybody, for that matter. Oh man. 2 Terrorgeist, 2 Vargeist, Von Karstein Zombie Dragon, and a Vampire Wizard. I'm not even using magic at this point. mean, that would just be ridiculous. I mean, look how bad we're slaying these guys as it is. My undead will be feasting on delicious horse meat. Let's get my cavalry in. We should control the gate, but we don't. There we go. Well, the battle's over because we killed the Knights of the Realm. So I told you this would be fun. You have to admit those views were pretty good, even though the challenge level for this battle is pretty low. You have to like that flying pain train. I mean, whew, just some gold chevrons too on most of them. So you know it's getting ugly. So we are going to occupy. I'd like to actually take over all these Bretonnian lands. So we are going to occupy. Vampiric corruption definitely needs to be increased, and in a big hurry. This army needs some more movement points, so they can't move any further this turn. And Heinrich Himmler is 2 turns before he gets the Cairn race, and I'm going to attempt to siege Carrick-Cadrin, but don't think that's going to go real well. I hope it does, but I don't think it's going to. Marcus the Stickler. What's he a stickler for? Ooh, he's got Woundmaker, so he has some pretty nice weapon strength here for being just, like a just run-of-the-mill type character, and he's also got some pretty decent stats. I'm liking the look of this guy. Speaking of which, I haven't given like a real thorough look to all my characters here. I mean, we've got the Sword of Unholy Power, the Armor of Tempelhof, which we get with von Karstein, the Zombie Dragon. So we got some good stuff. Forbidden Rod. Great increase to power reserves. What does this thing do? Speed and melee attack? Meh. Power Stone, which is another one that increases reserves. What is the... causes damage to self? Well, why would I want that? This Power Stone might be more handy for von Karstein, and we just don't have a lot of followers at this point to go along with any of our lords too. We're good on von Karstein. Let's check out the White King here. Glittering Scales, Spell Shield, Magic Resistance, huh? That's pretty cool. What is he wearing right now? The Obsidian, or he's got the no, hang on. I was looking at armor. He's got Glittering Scales, which takes away some melee attack from the enemy. That's not bad. This Magic Resistance is kind of cool. And then there's a ward save here too. So 119, that would take us to 121, but it takes away some of his melee defense because the one he has is boosting melee defense. Let's go with the Spell Shield. Could be fun. The Obsidian Blade. I don't have a talisman. He's got a Potion of Healing. Passive ability. Featherfoe Torques. I think he's good with what he's got there. Again, nothing we can assign there. Let's take a look at Katarina. I haven't even been doing anything with her. We can give her the Glittering Scales. And... ooh, the Obsidian Blade. We could give her all the extra armor-piercing damage since her weapon strength isn't as good. No talisman available. We could give her a Potion of Healing too, apparently, which would be not a bad thing. And let's give her this Book of Archon or whatever. Again, nothing else that we can do there. Wow, she was completely under and ill-equipped. We need to take care of Nuln so that we can do the next battle with Himmler. Let's take a look at his. He's got the Chaos Tomb Blade, which is pretty cool. He's definitely all tricked out here, so he's doing fine. Let's check out his White King. Yeah, nothing here. Might as well just give him something. Sword of Strife, Biting Blade. Causes terror. Does he already cause terror, though? Yeah. Courage, hide, undead, crumbling. It doesn't say that he causes terror. Hex only acts on targets when in the area. Lasts for 11 seconds. Recharge if engaged in melee. Tormentor sword. Let's try that. That'll be kind of fun. Again, no talisman. There is enchanted items. This will make an ally unbreakable. Well, doesn't unbreakable really help the undead? They're already unbreakable. So I'd probably just rather give him that. Okay. That'll work for now, because we don't have a ton more items, and I've blown enough time on that, but it was fun. Like, making sure my people are pimped out with the best old world equipment. Maybe if we attack the dwarves, we'll pick up some cool stuff. I mean, surely they're hiding all the good stuff up in the mountains. There's quite a few factions left, considering we're 200-something turns into the campaign. I think Middenheim either just defended itself or got beat on a little. I think it defended itself. I could be wrong. Where's the Greenskin log at? It's down south, so we're fine for now. Sweet, we caused a vampire rebellion up here in Wurtbad. Nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with that.
The true von Karstein.
The true von Karstein? Not some make-believe von Karstein, that's for sure. I kind of want to take control of this little keep up here too. We've got this army which could come down here. It looks like Middenheim defended itself. Its garrison is pretty craptacular though, and it looks like it's been weakened pretty considerably. But if I leave here, we're most certainly going to be seeing a rebellion. So I think that's honestly a bit out of the question at the moment. And I need at least level 4 before I can put a vampire crypt here. Let's go ahead and upgrade the port, or the harbor. I mean, that will certainly be worth it. The hunting grounds gives me income, and we're not trading though. What's the vampiric corruption here? It definitely needs to increase. And higher vampiric corruption should lead to better public order, I would think. So let's go with that. So our public order level here is bad, but it's not like crazy bad. So I'm thinking I'll just move up and get ready to actually assault Brass Keep. We'll lose a lot of public order on this turn, but we should be able to kind of fairly quickly regain it. And then we've got this army who can kind of make their way towards Fildorf here. Let's go ahead and push forward on Force March and try and get up there quicker. We've still got enough money for another army, but since I'm not being pressed too hard anywhere else, I think I kind of want to hold off. And Karak Kedrin, what is this? Mustering? Oh, I still have 1 turn? Really? Seems like that just keeps taking forever. Okay, alright, let's burn 1 more turn here. Got my Banshee slithering over to Salzenmund. Ooh, got a Empire force coming up here to chase off some Norsicans. It'd be a good time for the vampires to pounce if it looks like something we can potentially defeat. Now that army I have up there is numerous, but crappy. So we'll have to see whether or not the Empire army looks defeatable with it. That could potentially be a fun fight. And again, I think that's where the Norsicans could come in handy, in the sense that they will be keeping these other factions busy if they're not fighting against me, which kind of, I think, leaves me in an advantageous position while we grow ever stronger. let's take a look. So we were sabotaged. That's brilliant. That ruined all my movement points, so spectacular.
Let us wander this way.
Filth-mongering Thane. What happened to my Banshee that I was going to send after him? Why didn't you... He must have disappeared. Or no, there was a critical failure of that Thane, that's right. Because I think I remember seeing that in the messages. So this is a different agent that's over here now, and that's why my Banshee lost the movement order.
What do you want?
Let's go ahead and get over here. Can we... No, there'll be attrition, so let's move up to the edge of this province, and we are ready to face roll Brass Keep. So we will occupy Brass Keep. So we've secured Hochland. Not a whole lot here right now, but we'll take it. Let's try and up the vampiric corruption as quick as we can. On the next turn, I will move back down to Hergig so that we can focus on Talabheim. Definitely going to be a place where we want to put some pressure. Let's check out this Empire force up here.
Does not have my consent.
It's a lot of artillery and grenade launcher cav. So engaging this force,
More sleep shines.
it's possible. One fell bat concerns me a little bit with that much artillery. Can we... There's no fell bats here. What kind of skills do I have? Raise the Dead, Invocation in the Heck. I mean, what the heck? If we die, we can probably do a Raise the Dead, right? Let's try it. Who? That's Karl Franz, though, leading the army.
By Sigma, no.
He's got himself a warrior priest. This is pretty risky to me, but I just can't help myself. It's gonna be too much fun. We gotta give it a shot. It's giving me no chance of winning this, and they very well could be right, because there's 3 more hero units that we're gonna have to deal with right there too. I do have Invocation in the Heck. I don't know if it'll be enough. We can Vanguard deploy the Dire Wolves and potentially get a hold of a bunch of their artillery. The grenade launchers are going to have to be caught. The Empire Knights are going to be a problem. There's a lot of things that are going to make this tricky. Not the least of which is, I think, going to be Karl Franz on Deathclaw. So, I mean, my army here very well could just quickly get torn to shreds. And if that's the case, it's kind of a cheap army, and this will just be a fun exercise to see what we are capable of. Okay, that's where their reinforcements are coming from. I can Vanguard the... What the... Apparently I can't Vanguard them back here for whatever reason. There we go. Let's maybe Vanguard deploy them right here in these woods and see if we can get a quick charge right into the front of that. Ooh, there's gunners though. The bats are gonna have to swoop in. Where's their grenade launcher cavalry? It's all over here. Yeah, there's 4 Outriders over there. There is an Empire Knight. What if we throw our Black Knights on this flank? Throw the Dire Wolves over here too, and the Fell Bat. We could chase the grenade launcher cavalry, and we use the zombies to draw the attention of the artillery. And let's try and put our lords right here in the middle of this mess so that we can... I'll put a grave guard in here with them. This army is going to be very slow moving, which is definitely going to be a weakness for it. I'm going to hard group these guys. Should be able to start the deployment. Okay, let's try and draw the fire with the zombies. We should be able to draw the fire off their artillery, I think. Let's bring up... Did the Empire redeploy here? They've got a mortar over here. keep my zombies up in front there. Let's think about this engagement. I want to get the outriders with my dire wolves and my bats while engaging the stronger targets with my... Ooh, we're probably a bit too quick to engage here though because my army is so far off for support. Okay, good. The zombies are being fired upon. Clean miss there with the mortar. That's pleasing. Another miss. Alright, good. All clean misses there. Mortar shouldn't cause a ton of damage to my cavalry anyway. Let's just bum rush the artillery and the guns. Whew! The skeleton warrior right there's taking a bit of a drubbing. The volley guns, I think, are taking their tolls. Golly, vampire armies are so slow when they're skeletons. That is definitely a drawback for them. We do have Raise the Dead that we can use to probably some good effect here. Let's move up our Black Knights. They're starting to take damage. I'm going to try and pin down this Outrider. There's the Empire Knights that are over here. I'm going to try and get to the Empire Knights. Caught the one Outrider. Let's get into the back of that mess. Hit the Empire Knights. Okay, pushing up with the main line. The zombies are doing what we ask of them. Did I lose a unit of zombies yet? No, I have not. As soon as I lose a unit of zombies, I'm going to raise it right in the middle of their gunners. Yeah, probably their gunners, because their artillery won't cause as much damage. Let's just see how we're doing here. My fell bats have definitely gotten a hold of an outrider unit. And then right here, I think between the Black Knights and the dire wolves, we're going to wrap up that flank. This is a problem with the warrior priest right here, for sure. So let us... thinking... let's drop an invocation into heck, just a standard one on that Black Knight. Let's hit play. Gotta keep these outriders on the run. Okay. Dire wolves can exit this situation. Okay, let's pause it again. And still haven't lost completely a single unit of zombies, which nothing wrong with that. We'll take cheap meat shields all day long. Let's go ahead and have some of these spear units get into... well, I mean, the Empire doesn't really have any infantry, so to speak, at least. Let's just kind of start moving these guys over that way. Let's hit play. Come on, bats. Get those outriders. Okay, Black Knights have those guys. We're engaged here. Let's you help with this engagement against the Empire Knights. Another Black Knight here. Let's get over and help their dire wolves. Go get the grenade launchers. There we go. So dire wolves are after the grenade launchers. Let's pause once again. We definitely... do we still have 20 units? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 14, 16, 17, 18. Yeah, we still got 20 units, so we can't do a Raise the Dead. Ooh, that's not good. Let's slink away from this engagement against one of the Empire Lords with our necromancers. Yeah, we don't want that. We're good. We are quite alright. Okay, yeah, this is the weakness of Outriders here. They get run down by these fast, either flying or direwolf type units. Let's get into the gunners for the same reason. The Empire Knights are trying to pull out of that and stop me, but they're struggling. Let's keep the grenade launchers busy. Okay, I think we lost a unit. Let's get... they've got a halberd unit here. Let's see who's got Raise the Dead. There we go. Let's overcast to Raise the Dead, and we're gonna bring a zombie up like, I'm thinking like right here in the middle of all this artillery. Yeah, that should work. So let's hit play. So we got the zombies raising up. Let's go get more of these grenade launchers off the field. We're keeping the gunners busy. The warrior priest is kicking the bucket. Let's bring this necromancer over here. I'm going to try an invocation into heck these two units and keep them alive. Come on, do it, baby. Do it. Oh, yeah. Good old invocation into heck. So, yeah, the Fell Bats have actually done a pretty solid job in this battle of getting rid of units that could have caused me a pretty grave amount of damage. No pun intended, since we're the vampires. That skeleton warrior there was nice, like raised it right up in the middle of all those artillery units, chased them off. Our Fell Bats. There's Empire Knights amongst all that, so we better watch ourselves. My Black Knights have dealt with... Maybe let's just tie down the Witch Hunter. Let's bring our Black Knights back up over here and see if we can heal them up for more fighting. Got some grenade launchers again over here. My Fell Bats are trapped in combat. That's a bit of a problem. Let's see, where's my... Let's get my Necromancer back over here. Invocation into heck with these guys. Woo! I don't know who is whipping up on my Necromancer, but they are. Let's get rid of these spearmen real quick. Okay, my Fell Bats are kind of degenerating right now. I don't know if we're going to have enough to finish this fight, unfortunately, because we still have Karl Franz to deal with. That's not going to be easy. And I'm running low on Winds of Magic, which is problematic. There's still Empire Knights around. I've still got Black Knights, though. Just keep chasing that Witch Hunter. Okay, my Bats finally kicked the bucket. They've still got Outriders with grenade launchers. I don't have enough magic for Raise the Dead. But what we can do is go kill these handgunners. Let's try and get rid of these Empire Knights that charged in here. Let's try and get rid of that Witch Hunter while we're at it. Alright. Witch Hunter should get caught by my cavalry and then pinned down by my infantry. That ought to be enough to finish him off. We've done at least a ton of damage here. Like, I think we've hit way above what the expectation was for this army, at least. I want to Raise the Dead, but it requires 9 Winds of Magic, and we are just not there. Okay, let's get away from those grenade cav. Take these guys. Please get away from the grenade cavalry. We will deal with them in due time. Witch Hunter is about to drop.
You serve me.
Whew, those grenade launchers, we do not need this.
You're the master. Feel the night.
Let's see if we can push these guys away from our infantry, who are otherwise rather nicely tanking out a lot of damage. Let's bring these infantry back over. Cavalry, I mean. Oh, those grenade launcher cav, I hate them.
Time to feast. I knew all the cards. I have their blood.
I'm gonna have to just fight Karl Franz right now, and that's not ideal. I'm gonna try and get into Karl Franz with my Black Knights.
I thirst.
can do a Raise the Dead now. But we've got to get it successfully right in the middle. The grenade cav's charging in, never mind. Bring it. Get in here. Into the back of Franzi. If we can take out Franz, I'm pretty sure this swings in our favor. But, I mean, it's a rather tight fight at the moment. I think we lost one of our wizards. We did. It's unfortunate.
By my will.
Let's see. We don't have Raise the Dead, do we? Invocation. Yeah, we do have Raise the Dead right in the middle of them, please. Because we can't take any more of those grenade hits. That should silence the grenade cavalry. We did kill Karl Franz. Unfortunately for me, there is still a fair amount of grenade cavalry left on the battlefield. But we did rout some of it. My guys are probably crumbling, though. Yes, they're crumbling. Let's leave a unit of zombies here to soak up damage. Oh, really? These grenade launcher cav came back from routing? What a bunch of horse crap. I still feel like we won this. The Empire's just going to hang on by a thread here because they have the missile units. Yeah, the Empire's going to win this by just a hair because they made it away. Like we almost had it. We almost had it. I just didn't quite have enough units left in the end. So, but I mean, this was definitely a good fight. Let's see if our Black Knights are capable of catching the Outriders. Come on, do it. Get charge speed. Our zombies are being fairly resilient up there. They got a whole 3 kills. Yeah, the Black Knights are just not going to have the speed to pull that off. If you want to stay in melee with me, I'm more than happy to do that. But something tells me you're not going to stay in melee with me. Oh my gosh, they are going to stay in melee with me. The unfortunate thing is they'll probably come back from routing. This unit over here of Black Knights is crumbling. That's going to be problematic. What all do we have left here? We have the Invocation to Hack, Gaze of Nagash, which I require one more power into the bar. I mean, my wizard can definitely kill these guys, but if these grenade cav come back from routing and shoot him in the back, it will ruin this. I'll see what we... Oh, no, that's Boris the Ironclad. Crap, dang it. Freaking grenade cav came back. No, wait. I got an idea. Let's wait for Boris the Ironclad to come over the top of that hill. There he is. Let's try this. Let's see what this does if we take him off the battlefield. Get him. Oh, come on. How did that not kill him? Get him off the battlefield. Okay, he routed, but that's... We need him... There we go, he's shattered. Now maybe if I kill these halberdiers... we caught the grenade launcher cav on the edge of the map right before my unit Oh! What's up, Empire? What's up?
Vampire Law.
Don't you be talking to Waldemar von Karstein. That's right, baby. Von Karstein in the house. Franz, not so much. That was a pretty worthy victory. I'm happy with that. I mean, I don't think it makes me like some kind of great Total War player, but I'm pretty happy with the way that turned out. Especially considering Karl Franz killed 278 units. That one spearman had 300-something kills too. I mean, that was not bad. That was legitimately not bad. I like it. That works for me. There's still not any good Raise the Dead units here, which is unfortunate. But we'll go ahead and take these skeleton warriors. We're gonna need them back.
Darkness comes.
So we drove off an Empire army. We'll see what happens. Maybe on the next turn they'll offer me some decent Raise the Dead units. But we don't need it. We can recruit stuff if we need to. So it looks like let's grab a couple of grave guards so that this army actually has a backbone to it rather than anything else. So I definitely want at least 4 Black Knights. They were coming in pretty handy there. And I'm thinking we had a couple skeleton spears. I don't want this army to be too expensive. Like, I'm trying to keep it kind of cheap. Anyway, that's all the time I have. Hope you all enjoyed it. HeirofCarthage signing out for now. See you back soon.